With the Indiana primary election almost a week away, Ohio Governor John Kasich has decided to cancel his events in the Hoosier state and concentrate elsewhere.
It's all part of a deal with Ted Cruz designed to stop Donald Trump from advancing to the general election. News 18's Kayla Sullivan joins us now to explain that strategy further and how it may or may not sway Indiana voters. Kayla?
Yes, Jeff and Gina, the Indiana primary election just got more interesting. Tippecanoe County Clerk Krista Coffey says she's never seen a deal like this. It has the potential to sway voters, but some won't even have the option to change their minds now.
It's a deal that has people talking.
I was surprised that between Kasich and Cruz that they would decide that Indiana was a better state for Cruz. I would think that Indiana would be good for Kasich.
But Plomin says John Kasich's decision to team up with Ted Cruz won't affect the way he will vote.
Quite frankly, I was inclined to probably, if I was going to vote in the Republican primary, would be for Kasich. So, so I may still do that.
Although the deal wouldn't sway Plomin's vote, it doesn't mean it wouldn't have changed the minds of 1,800 plus Tippecanoe County early Republican voters so far. But that's a risk Clerk Krista Coffey says people have to be willing to take when they cast an early ballot.
Obviously, things do change, and we would honestly be in the same position if someone died that was on the ballot. Once the ballot's certified, there's no changing it after a certain date.
That's okay with Kasich. He says just because he is pulling his resources out of Indiana doesn't mean he wants Hoosiers to vote for Cruz.
I'm not going to spend resources in Indiana. He's not going to spend them in other places. So what? What's the big deal?
It's all designed to stop Hillary Clinton from becoming president.
And I think what Donald Trump needs to understand is that he cannot beat Hillary Clinton. In the latest poll out of New Hampshire, he loses 50 to 31.
Trump says Cruz and Kasich's deal doesn't bother him.
Actually, I was happy because it shows how weak they are. It shows how pathetic they are.
Meanwhile, Cruz is moving full speed ahead in Indiana, requesting a one-on-one battle with Trump.
Once again, I invite Donald Trump, come to Indiana, stand in front of the voters, do a town hall with real Hoosiers. Answer their questions. Let's have a debate.
Plomin says in a country where not a lot of people understand the primary process, this deal is an opportunity to inform voters.
I think it's a good civics lesson for the citizens to understand how all this works.
Now, Ted Cruz visited several places in Indiana today. He will be at the Johnson County Fairgrounds in about 30 minutes. Trump will be back at the Indiana State Fairgrounds Wednesday, and Hillary Clinton is scheduled to visit tomorrow. Details of her visit have yet to be released, though. Kayla Sullivan, News 18.